Shona, played by Julia Goulding, has been trying to piece her life back together after being shot on Coronation Street at the end of 2019, and although she is not the same person, she is well and truly part of the Platt family. Whilst they've been bickering with Audrey Roberts, Sue Nichols, recently, she seems to have been the only one on the matriarch's side, as well as Stephen Reed, Todd Boyce. With this in mind, Audrey could make a big gesture which will show Shona how much she appreciates all the support she has given her on the ITV soap. Friday night's episode began with the Platt family celebrating Audrey's birthday, although she didn't look like she wanted to be there. With the rest of the family figuring out how they were going to apologize to their grandmother for going on at her about their inheritance, Shona was excited to be part of the party. As the Platts teased a surprise for Audrey, Shona was trying to guess what it could be in her childlike manner, suggesting it could be skydiving. Once they had all finished eating at the bistro, the family took Audrey back to a place where she felt at the top of the world, her beloved salon. Having not been seen for over 2 years, it was revealed the Platts had redecorated it and wanted Audrey to reopen the business. "It's my old salon," she remarked as the blindfold was removed from her eyes, with Gail Platt, Helen Worth, stating, "It's not old anymore. We're leasing it back off Debbie Webster. The papers are ready to be signed and everything," Nick Tilsley, Ben Price, explained. "We thought it would give you a new sense of purpose," Gail told her mother, as the family realized Audrey wasn't herself at the moment. "Got all your old equipment," Sarah Platt, Tina O'Brien, commented, with her grandmother telling her, "which hasn't been used for over a year." David Platt, Jack P. Shepherd, explained it had all been tested and was in working order, to which Shona said, "It's not as good as skydiving." Audrey was really taken aback, with her family still trying to explain to her how well they did in order to apologize to her. Nick said to his grandmother, "I can't blame you for being surprised, we bust a gut trying to keep it a secret." "Well, I think it was an absolutely lovely gesture. So thank you all," Audrey said, with Shona saying, "They know what rat bags they've been recently, so they wanted to make it up to you." When Gail suggested they go back to the bistro to celebrate, Audrey said she was going to go home as she needed to go to sleep. However, although she did go home, the next time viewers saw her, she was in a hospital bed and lying to her daughter about where she was. It turned out Audrey had taken a significant number of sleeping pills and was rushed into the hospital for urgent treatment. Next week's episodes will see her assessed by a medical professional as to why she took the drugs, with Audrey set to reveal some sad secrets. But this experience could make Audrey rethink who her possessions will go to once she dies, as she no longer wants them to go to her family. Whereas she could leave her money to Stephen, Audrey could decide to sell her business to Shona as a way of saying thank you for supporting her. Shona would be overwhelmed by the gesture, especially as she is not trained to run a business or knows how to cut hair. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. With Audrey set to retire from hairdressing, she could hand the keys of the business over to Shona later this year as the takeover begins. Before becoming the new manager of the salon, Shona could book herself onto a course which will allow her to train in business and hairdressing. This could allow her to take a few months break away from the cobbles as she comes to terms with trying to run the salon. As the actress who plays Shona, Julia, is currently pregnant, bosses will be looking for a way to ride her out temporarily. Going off to business school could be the perfect excuse, but will Shona return with better knowledge of the business? Julia announced the news of her second pregnancy in an interview with The Mirror, explaining how excited she was to be having another child. Asked how her character Shona will continue to play a part in Audrey's current storyline, the actress said, "I think David and Shona's dynamic is that when one of them is in crisis the other one is a bit of a backbone, so I think that's probably where Shona will be. Not without Shona making some rude and inappropriate comments along the way, I imagine. But will Shona be the person to take over the salon from the likes of David, who would have thought he was next in line?"